football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Colts and the reigning AFC champs, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Las Vegas Raiders. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
Kick the shit out of Saints.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
And he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2, but his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cook. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Looking to throw on second down. Dawson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Shaq Thompson, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Dawson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. Fielded at the 33. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest and I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one, because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second down, Jacobs once more. Bulldozes past him, and he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Hurts. And he will find his man Ruggs. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Cliff Kingsbury's saying, hey, let's take another look at that. He's going to throw down the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Here's the call.
That's it, baby.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. On 1st down, it's Jacobs, and he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 7, Hurts.
God damn it, man.
But it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Colts are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Oh, damn it, man. Start with this shit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He's going to try and do this himself. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Back to throw. Dawson. And that is incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And it's fielded at the 34.
Oh, of course. They run the goddamn punt return back, but it was a fucking
and he takes it all away, but there is laundry on the field. A flag is down, and I think this one's coming back.
I agree.
And that hold goes to wipe away a big return.
And I know from the outside in, you think, why are you holding? Just make sure you don't grab anyone. But you want to keep people away from your return guy. And sometimes those sudden moves, that speed, you reach out and inadvertently do something, and the penalty flag comes out.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced him on the coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to Gofford is confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are on the board first here in this division round matchup. So the toss effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field, and that your blockers can do it.
Who's their quarterback?
And when they do,
is it fucking Tor?
And this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Prescott. No. Or is Jameis Winston maybe? It could be Winston.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. And the
Raiders have got him. CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
To throw on second down, Dawson. Looking for Shepard deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he called it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed.
They still pretty good.
We got this covered, and then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Hard running at the 15. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
You started over there? So you started over there?
Now a quick throw out wide to Ruggs. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Returnable here from the 38. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Indianapolis offense ready to go again.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach Can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Well, the drive starts with a completion left side. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 3 yards the gain there, second down. From the gun, Dawson. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's brought down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They go play action here on first down.
Ah, damn.
Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play there on the catch and run. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Throw picks and fucking points.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. Be interesting to see now.
He didn't really roll out, but they hit the fucking halfback from about 30 yards. Fucking
change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Looking to throw. Dawson. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Colts. From 6 yards away. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
This man covers.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. 5 plays there on that drive. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown.
They done scored on me over here too, man. It's 7-7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that.
Man, that shit when the clock goes real fast and spins, man, that fucking just shivers my tempers.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. Got his connection complete to Rhodes. And he's going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on 2nd down, Hurts.
Oh my God, dude.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
2nd interception for them in the end zone.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round. And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, Dawson.
Get that nigga.
Pressure, and they got to him again. Max Crosby able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here, just try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Taken on the midfield.
Damn.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier. They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Hurts. Touchdown, Raiders.
Yeah, baby.
It's complete. Jalen Waddle, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Carlson on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off because they do.
And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this Divisional Round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's AFC Divisional Round game. And you can see the result there. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Colts in that first half. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Final adjustments are underway in the locker rooms. Which of these 2 teams will survive and advance to next weekend's AFC Championship game? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional Round. Taken in at the 3.
Oh, look, he's running this one back. Come on, baby.
There he goes, left side.
Don't hit nobody.
And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Raiders.
Talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in your locker room, they talk about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
Might be cloudy.
It's good, and it is now 21-7.
It's 9 o'clock.
Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown.
Well, it didn't get dark until fucking 8 o'clock probably, so yeah, it might still be kind of low.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kick. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first
possession. If it's a clear sky, you ought to be able to see where's the shiny part.
At halftime, does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there.
You're probably right. It's probably damn near full.
Substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On 1st and 10, Dawson. And that'll be incomplete.
Entered?
We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
He went out of bounds and came back in and touched it. Man, this nigga.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
I thought they were calling it for pass interference or some bullshit.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He finds his man complete. That's Parks. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45.
4th and 3 on the 45.
9, but it leads to 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They claim to be punting.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Fighting to stay on his feet past midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
128 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Buying time was left.
Big white
and he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Back out of bounds.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did.
Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
On first down, it's Jacobs. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field.
Man, come on,
we'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now to get them all the work he's getting.
Interceptions.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. From the gun, Dawson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
The Colts send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. They haven't had to rely so much on the passing game. It's really been a team effort in the running game that's kept them successful and has them in the lead.
I like that, too, the team effort, because when I was growing up, one guy carried the football, right? You stuck it in his chest 20 to 30 times a game, and he was the heavy volume, heavy dose guy. Now, you spread it around, different people touching it, and in this game, it's proven to be effective.
And spreading the wealth has been very effective. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 146 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Oh, yeah.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Well, you certainly have to give him a little credit here because
stymied my offense a little bit early on.
This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Bowler's fucking up.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very happy. Hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
A quick throw caught out wide by G. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd and 7, Hurts. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 31-yard line. Jacobs now breaks a tackle. Still fighting for more. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Why don't we lose this thing?
Now a carry for Jacobs. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I must have threw it to the halfback.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that interception at least offers
I had them both on fire. I had the wide receiver and the halfback, but I dumped it off to the halfback.
By getting into the end zone, and if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one.
Then, of course, I tried to throw it back to them, but they took it off.
Hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
That was ignorant of me.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Throwing to start the drive. Dawson.
That's a safety.
Go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. That's Crosby. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
His foot's in the ears on the road. What if he just wound the ball up and it went in the end zone? Is that a safety? I'm tired.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay.
His right back foot was in the end zone for sure. His left foot might have been out.
They'll be looking at is a spot of the football. Man, this is always such a tough one for.
But when he landed out.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
He just be sight out if his knee went down and he lunged out of there.
So the challenge does not sway the official's decision. The spot of the football going to remain right where it is. On second down, it's Taylor. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed.
And give him a 1-yard loss, and it's still in the goddamn safety.
This game, this defense is pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
The Colts on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be third and forever. They run once more with Taylor. And they'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
It'll go as a 42, making a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start, and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
What's the most rushing yards a running back ever had in the playoff game?
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the gun, it's Hurts. Open net is Waddle complete. And he's going to be out of bounds.
I think 3 motherfucking interceptions in this game.
He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone say, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. Because sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
I was just trying to win, but I mean, it's close.
And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size.
We all know shit can snowball on the motherfuckers in an instant. And I'm over here with all the momentum and kicking that motherfucking ass.
I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter,
there's still 5 minutes left.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown.
It's 35-7 now.
His 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Throwing to start the drive. Dawson. He finds his man, complete. It's Parks. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Yeah, same him down. Oh, I missed the good one. Oh. Dislocated shoulder. That ain't good. Oh.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Dawson. Runs over it. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete.
Oh.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well.
I love how it's 35-7. They get like one first down every time.
Everybody just throws the ball all over the place against
like they didn't
gets
do
big
it.
yardage and puts points on the board. They have pride too on that side of the ball.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Dawson. And that is incomplete here.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They'll look to throw again. And this is Cook with a grab. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot.
Unintentional, right?
Harder to move it.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Oh,
Toward
my
the
God.
sideline, and look at that
Come on,
catch.
Bubba.
Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dawson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Look at these
Touchdown
niggas.
Colts. Tyler Higbee from 8 yards out. And the Colts get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches.
Oh,
Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
They scored on me again.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. It's good, and it's now 35-14. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw on that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
Sheds off the tackle, and inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Damn, man.
After the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Might be a cramp.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. First the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs, and they'll get him down right around the 16. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nick.
And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs there to make the grab. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
Well, they certainly have the look of a team with something to prove, don't they? All week, as we prepared for this game, we kept reading about how they said they're going to play a full 60 minutes this week. Has nothing to do with their opponent. No disrespect intended, but they wanted to be people of their word, playing this thing all the way out, trying to finish it strong.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He wants the football.
Oh, pick it up and run with it.
Pick it up. And they are going to set
Dave. We might have a chance here.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to
get a push. Was I favored by 35?
What we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Well, it's 42 to 14, and I got 30 seconds and the ball on the 40. On their 40. There's some speedsters at wide receiver out there. You can see if they can outrun them. Oh yeah, this is perfect. Well, maybe not. No, it's perfect.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
Ah, he's dropped it.
Incomplete. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl.
Well,
a fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.
3 interceptions. Yeah, I think if I throw 3 picks against you, I might lose. I did throw almost 5 touchdowns, so get the first fucking interception. I didn't get a fucking pass deflection, man. That's crazy. Got a kick return touchdown there. Tyler Dawson out of Iowa, man. That motherfucker had a 115.3, dude. no picks, 2 touchdowns. Fucking 69 overall against some of the best corners in the country. Or the league, whatever you want to call it. I think I heard earlier Ric Flair is going to wrestle again. The fucking nature boy. He's pretty old. I don't think he's that old, but he's old. Motherfucker might go out there and die or something. For all we know. He might be like, fuck it, I'm out to... I've heard him like, I mean... I've heard him talk recently, like he was on Paul Finebaum and shit, that I don't, you know, that he had a he like had a heart attack or something, man. He